Hey guys, and welcome to episode 4 of the mixing series. We are still mixing the Andrew Cole and Dead Roses song, and in this episode we're going to be focusing on the electric guitar. In the previous episode we processed the piano, we put an EQ and a compressor on, and we panned it to the left slightly. So in this tutorial we're going to focus more on the guitars. Now you probably can tell there are quite a few guitars. Now I'm pretty sure we don't need all of these guitars because the acoustics, they all do the same thing, and it's quite a full song already, so we might actually end up taking some of the tracks out. So we're going to start with the acoustics. We're going to solo these acoustics here. We're just going to play what we have. Then I'm going to go by one, muting the ones I don't think we need. I'm going to go to the beginning of the song. I think we can get rid of guitar U2 and the guitar DI for this. No, we do not want to delete, just in case later we want to come back. So I'm going to make it inactive and hide them.
But I thought I'd lose you. I may amuse you.
You're probably thinking, well, if they recorded those guitars, then why don't you keep them? Well, because a lot of the times engineers record extra tracks as a failsafe. For example, when you open this project up, you'll see that the vocals, they have 4 each. They've been recorded on different microphones with different settings. So when it comes to you mixing, you have a safety net to fall back on if one of the tracks don't work. You can solo through and find the right mic to your ears that fits in with the mix. I think I chose the U47 and the U48 versions in this tutorial. You'd also find the same thing with, I think that was it actually, the vocals. There were a couple scratch tracks as well where they obviously demoed the song beforehand and kept the scratch tracks in case you needed them. I cannot say scratch tracks for some reason today. So let's start on the electric guitars here. Solo them all. I'm going to find out where these play the majority. Here sounds good. Looks good. I'll loop it and play. Right, so E-guitar 3 is more gruntish, I think, compared to these. Or roughly the same, actually. So I can actually think we can get rid of E-guitar 3, since it didn't really offer much. It's just laying there in the background.
There roses in your hair. Can you smell roses? There roses in your hair. Can you smell roses like candy in the air?
This is my OCD coming out there. So you can hear there, sorry, I just knocked the mic. So you can hear there that the 2 guitars on their own, panned left and right, sound really nice and they gel together. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make 2 auxiliary tracks in stereo. Auxiliary inputs. Oops, I forgot to make 2. In actual fact, I'm going to go down here as well, so I don't have to start moving things around. 2 stereo auxiliary input tracks with samples. Okay, so I'm going to name this electric guitar and this acoustic guitar. So there we go, and then from the inputs we're going to choose Vox plate since we're not using it yet. And name this eGit, and this one we're going to choose bus 78. I'm going to rename it ACGit. We're going to come over to our electric tracks and select them both and go to eGit, and now our guitar tracks, bus them to ACGit. So now we're going to solo save these two. You do that by holding Control. I'm not sure what it is on a Mac. I haven't used a Mac in a while. So we've got our guitar tracks bussed to our guitar groups, and now they're bussed out to the submix. So now what we can do is we can start EQing them. So the first things first, as always, the EQ1 band, whoops, there we go. So as always, we're going to put the EQ1 band on. Yeah, and all of them. It's my rule, you don't have to follow it. I know I'm going to get like tons of emails saying you shouldn't do that, you shouldn't do that. But it's how I mix. It's how I've been doing it for 2 years now. I've never had a complaint yet. So we got the EQ on, now we're going to add a compressor. Now because I'm limited to DigiDesign plugins only, it's really hard for me to use these because there are so many compressors out there which offer a more coloured output, which is what I kind of want for this song. It's a coloured song to me, but the fact that I've got to use DigiDesign's plugins for this is kind of bringing me back a step, back to my old days when I used to use Cubase 5 built-in plugins when I did my course. That was a while back. So we're going to solo my first guitar, which is the acoustic. As you can see there, it's quite full on. So I'm going to a ratio of 4:1. I have a fairly quick release. I'm going to change this one just a slight bit, like that. So now we're just going to add an EQ, DigiDesign, sorry, EQ4 band.
You said you turn roses.
Whoa, that made me jump. Add some air, because I think this song is lacking some of the higher frequencies. Go for around 5 dB of screw it, I'm going to experiment. Go for around 5 dB and cut some of the low mids.
You said you.
And for this, I'm gonna just go back to the beginning of the
I should have kissed you, not dismissed you. Whoa, but I thought I'd lose you. I may amuse you. Oh,
then for our electric guitar, which comes in around here, gonna add another compressor onto this. I think I'm gonna really crank this one now. So I'm gonna use my Trek.
like candy in the air. Well, you said you 10 roses, there roses in your hair. Can you smell roses?
Then we're going to add another EQ, and we're going to do a similar thing where we reverse
Like candy.
so they gel together nicely.
You said you 10 roses, there roses in your hair. Can you smell roses like candy in the air?
So just listen to that and see if it sounds alright.
You said you 10 roses, there roses in your hair. Can you smell roses like candy in the
Just
air?
bring them down actually, just a touch. There we go. I think later we might actually automate the electric guitar and the bass
You said you
and the
10
piano and the piano,
roses, there roses.
because there are some parts where the bass jumps up in dynamics and gets really loud halfway through a track or something. I might also crank on the compressor just a touch more. Let's just bring the threshold down for the amped version. My super tool. It's around here. Yeah. So I can add just a bit of flexibility here. Yeah, there we go. So we have a much smoother bass sound now.
Amuse you, oh, and all
we go.
of the moonlight sparkling down
It's much nicer.
from the sky. Blue diamonds in your eyes. taste the sweetness of your smile. Dead
As
roses.
you can see here, we might want to automate this part here. So that's what we're going to do now. Since we've got 5 minutes left of the tutorial that I am willing to do for you guys, I'm going to go to write mode. Then we're going to bring up the mini track so I can see what I'm doing. And then we're going to bring down this. Check the automation. There we go.
In your eyes, taste the sweetness of your smile.
And then for this bit, we just want to raise the volume just a touch.
Dead roses all the while.
There we go. So I can actually just get rid of all these.
Taste the sweetness of your smile. Dead roses.
Okay, so that's done for that track. Now we're going to replicate it on the E-guitar track. First we're going to check if there's any more quiet. Yeah, there's another quiet bit here. So we're going to turn it to right again.
Boom.
Whoops, I need my mini fader thingy-mabob. Let's just open up that. Someone's going to comment now and tell me how you can do it from the mix edit window. Please do, because I always have to do that and it gets a pain in the end.
Oh no, 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 no.
But I said you should go, but then I said please wait, no, 'cause I'm not sure. All the stars came sparkling down from the sky. Blue sparkling down from the sky. Blue diamonds.
There we go, so we can just delete that. So that's our new level. Then here,
Smell dead roses.
there we go. So that's that for that track. Now we're going to just jump over to read, and then we're going to make this right. Spin down the volume for that as well. And then we're going to bring up the mini fader. Then we're going to pretty much try and replicate it. Whoops, too sudden.
Jesus.
Too sudden again. Trouble with using a mouse.
Taste the sweetness of your smile. Dead roses all the while.
So when you use a mouse, it's really hard to get anything fine-tuned. Whereas if you have a control surface, which it's on its way actually. I've purchased a Euphonics artist control, which has the faders and stuff. So that should be a lot easier for mixing.
Oh no, 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 no.
Personally,
But I said you should go, but
and you can
then
do
I
more
said
than one
please
fader move at
wait,
the same
no,
time as well, which
I'm
is
not
really helpful if
sure.
you're doing like effect sounds.
All the stars
Really useful if you're doing effect sounds by having the multiple faders. Whoops, I went up then instead of down.
All the stars came sparkling down from the sky.
So this is why I shouldn't talk, because it takes so much longer to do everything. Then we got another. Oh, I've just closed the mini fader again. Damn. Oh. Okay, so we got another couple here. What do we need to do?
Smell dead roses. Dead roses.
There we go. Looks about right. About right. We're going to bring up our mixer, turn this to read, and just have another listen.
Dead roses on the wall.
Smell dead roses.
See how the faders move. It's pretty cool when that happens.
Roses in your hair. Can you smell roses?
So that's our guitar's done for this episode.
Like an
Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next episode where I'll be focusing on the vocals. And then the episode after that we'll be doing some effects ends and bus ends. And then after that we're doing mastering. So I hope to see you in the next couple episodes. Thanks for watching this. You can check my website at http.pentofilm.com. I should see you there. Thanks for watching again. Bye.